There's an old saying in the mountains among the backcountry fraternity that states, "The avalanche doesn't know you're an expert." Even the pros can get fooled and swept away in a slide.
We were going out evaluating our results from the gun that day, and we had a post-control release as I was doing some ski cutting, and I got caught in an avalanche and sent for a real good ride. And at a couple of points during the course of the slide, I was buried completely, but I managed to, when things started to slow down, I just kept struggling, and I popped out on the surface, but I hyperextended both my knees in the course of the avalanche, and had to have knee surgery a few years later as a result.
What was going through your mind when you were riding the slide? Sounds like it was a pretty hairy one.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I don't know, there's 1,001 thoughts going all at once. I mean, you're totally disoriented. It was darkness, sky blue, darkness thrown in between when I was totally buried, and then finally struggling, basically just struggle. Let's fight for survival is the main thing. I've got to get out of here. I'm going to get out of this thing, and sure enough I did, but not quite unscathed.
People involved in search and rescue will tell you that carrying a Pieps probe and shovel is just the beginning. You have to learn how to use them if you're going to save your partner's life.
So Andrew, a few points about learning how to use a Pieps. Number one thing, beginning of the season, make sure you've got fresh batteries in there. A few years ago, a friend of mine was in Blackcomb Glacier, had finished off his level 1 avalanche course, and lent a Pieps to someone he just met, had no experience with it. And my friend was buried in an avalanche, and the other fellow couldn't get him out because he didn't know how to use the Pieps. So that was a case of maybe not selecting the right partner to be with. And then the next thing is turning it on. Okay, so this is a Pieps. It's a 457. This is the frequency that is now used internationally. Okay, so this is the only frequency that you should be using. You turn it on. Okay, this one is on already. Okay, you've got yours on. Good. Okay, with this dial in the down position, you are transmitting. You're sending a signal out. Now, when I lift this up, I'm getting your signal. Okay, so there's a couple of different techniques for finding a Pieps. One is the induction method. The system I like to use is called the grid search, and basically what you're doing is you're using a grid pattern for your search. So I'm going to start over here. Your Pieps is off now, Andrew? Okay, so I'm going to try and find the strongest signal. Okay, this is it here. I'm going to follow this. Signal's getting stronger. It's very strong here. And now it's petering out. I'm going to keep my Pieps pointing the exact same direction. I'm going to turn around. And when I get to the loudest point, I'm going to turn it down till I can just hear it. Now I'm going to go in the other direction. It's petered out here. I'm going to come back. Okay, getting my strongest signal. Fades away here. Fades away here. There it is. So you should be finding someone in a search in under 5 minutes and under 3. Best for a single burial, and we're trying to find a double burial within 5 minutes. Usually you have about 7 minutes total time before you lose someone, if there's no air pocket at all. And people have been found in air pockets in over half an hour. You have up to 20 minutes. I found someone alive in 25. But best chances are for the speediest recovery possible. So practice a lot with this. That's the most important thing about using a Pieps is practicing.